Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, White Star Essence, where we talk about our essence selves and the one reality. Today I want to talk about some magical experiences we have and some not so magical experiences we have and how they relate to our essence selves and the one reality. So I want to talk about the magical child and the disempowered child. The magical child refers to a consciousness level that we experience in our childhoods. Most of us arrive in this realm, in this version of reality, with some degree of consciousness, some degree of our light intact. So we can feel very loving, playful, connected, intelligent, curious, sharing, just a lot of lovely energies. And I call these the experience of the magical child. The other experience we can have is what I call the disempowered child. So that's when we are in our magical child state or a higher state of consciousness, because some of us may have memories of being here as very young children and experiencing very high states of consciousness. So some degree of consciousness. And then those around us, our caregivers, our family, our peers, they are channeling negative energy. They're experiencing some sort of veil with little to zero awareness. And as that energy meets our field, it can be very uncomfortable. If this continues, or we have a lot of these experiences, and they're intense or intensify, or varying degrees of intensity, then this builds up into energies that we aren't able to process, because most of us haven't had someone around to acknowledge our consciousness, or even just with a basic amount of lovingness, acknowledge our emotions to help us process these energies, these lower vibrational energies, and point us to our higher energies, our souls, our higher selves, our essence selves. So as those energies meet our fields and can be very intense, or lower grades of intensity, but we can begin to regard ourselves as being the energy that we experience ourselves as. So when that negative energy comes in, initially it's just experienced as negative energy. But then it's like we take that in to some degree, and even the people around us will sometimes give those feelings labels, and then we'll begin to experience ourselves in some degree of personhood in these low vibrational veils of identity, of false identity. And we will think that that's us. We will innocently believe those to be ourselves. So that is a very common experience. There are more starseeds coming in now than ever before, bringing the light, and I think there's many reasons for that, but one is certainly that there's so many conscious people on this planet now, some degree of consciousness, that they are not shutting these starseeds down, which I'm assuming makes it more inviting to come. But there's many reasons, inviting reasons to come to planet Earth. So let's go back to the magical child for a moment. So the magical child is these magical, connected, loving experiences, but not what I would refer to as our essence selves, because along with these experiences, there's usually little to no awareness of our awareness. There's no self-realization, self-actualization, and like I like to say, awareness of our awareness, where we're really feeling the aliveness of our essence selves and the one reality. And it really connected with that aliveness where it's coming up and it's moving through our fields and it's connected with the one reality and coming back to us constantly without effort. So, as you journey through the veils, returning to your essence self, I find these to be really useful things to keep in mind. So when we think of the magical child, we remember experiences that we had as a magical child. Those are great to acknowledge. Those are great windows, gateways to the essence self. You can focus on those, bring those into your quiet time, your meditative time, whatever you call that time where you connect with yourself to journey, to transcend, to become your essence self again. And let those deepen. And oftentimes when we connect with the magical child experiences and the disempowered child experiences, when you start connecting, you are going to get information. So with the magical child information, it's probably going to be the happier, more comfortable, more connectivity, more movement. And the disempowered child is also very good because you can often see, you'll go back and get information, and you can see how conscious you were in comparison to those around you. That can be very eye-opening in the sense of seeing and experiencing ourselves from our beinghoods, our essence selves. And you can go back and lovingly acknowledge things that happened to you. You might find there's something really painful in there that you want the help with of another friend that does this, or just a loving friend that's capable of helping you in these ways. Or maybe you have a spiritual guide or healer. You could get a session with them and work on that. Or you might just see some things that, oh, I can help myself with this too, and open this and see what happens as you release that trauma and those low vibrational energies and release those false identifications with yourself as a personhood and as something that you are not and you could never be. So that leads us into the magical child and the disempowered child. How do they relate to the essence self? So as you're connecting with these things, if you find this useful and you want to use this in your awakening, then you can go deeper and remember and feel. Go whatever is coming up for you in that moment when you say, okay, I was always my essence self. The magical child is beautiful, but ultimately it's not the essence self. It's not as powerful or as complete or as multifaceted with light. So it's wonderful, but we want to, whenever we can, we want to go deeper to our essence selves, connect further to our essence selves. And then the disempowered child, this whole time I was my essence self. And it's good to acknowledge all these layers and levels of veils and low vibrational energies, keeping that in mind, and hopefully it will kind of engage the essence self to come forward and help you with that process. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope you will remember that you are always your essence self, and you always have been the self-illuminated essence self, pure light and love, at one with the one reality. If you like this video and it was helpful to you, please let me know by touching the like button so I can get a good sense of what is helpful, what I'm saying in my videos that people are liking, that is useful to you and is relevant in your awakening practice and your journey through the veils back to your essence self. And if you'd like to comment, please leave a comment. If you're on your phone, just scroll all the way down past the suggested videos, the bottom, and you can make a comment. Let me know how this is helpful. Let me know if you had some experiences you want to share. And let me know if you have any questions, if you'd like me to talk about this more, what you'd like me to address. And as always, if there's something else entirely not even on this video that you'd like me to talk about, please tell me. I am here for you. We are our essence selves. We are lifting the veils of non-reality to reveal the one reality together. And there's nothing I'd rather be doing than entering the light with all of you.